Hasbro has been struggling with what to do with Wizards of the Coast for years, but I don't think that D&D in particular is going to be sold off. I don't think that's realistic. It would certainly be interesting, but I don't think it's actually going to happen. Hasbro has been struggling really badly since COVID, and they had big plans for the last year to like massively increase their revenue, and none of those panned out. Wizards of the Coast is basically the only thing at Hasbro that's reliably making money. Magic the Gathering has always been incredibly profitable, and Dungeons and Dragons, like, it hasn't been a huge cash cow, but it has been reliably stable for a long time, and it's a really valuable IP. Like, you can put it in movies, you can put it on video games. Every time there's a really good D&D video game, it makes a ton of money for Wizards of the Coast. Baldur's Gate 3 is the most recent example, but you also have to understand that there have been a lot of really bad D&D video games. So Hasbro is definitely trying to figure out, like, how do we make more money off of this thing that is working for us? But they're doing this classic corporate thing where it's like, okay, we need short-term quarterly gains and growth and all that, perpetual growth. And to achieve that, they're laying off expensive employees trying to, like, boost their profits, but there's no long-term plan from Hasbro. And as far as I can tell from the outside looking in, Hasbro is pushing layoffs on Wizards of the Coast. So, like, maybe there is a world where Hasbro messes things up so badly that they need to liquidate Wizards of the Coast to keep themselves afloat. Like, who knows? Who knows what tomorrow holds? Tariffs could go weird, and Wizards of the Coast could lose the ability to print products, and then they're no longer profitable, so Hasbro goes belly up. If that does happen, it would be very interesting if Darrington Press buys the IP, but honestly, I don't think that's going to happen either. Dungeons and Dragons has a ton of identity, even for people who don't play tabletop games. Like, if you say the words Dungeons and Dragons to just random people, they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. I don't quite know what it is, but I've heard of it. So there is value in that IP, and I think if Hasbro tried to sell it off, I don't think Darrington Press is going to be the first person in line to buy it. I think there's going to be a lot of, like, venture capital or media conglomerates with deep pockets looking to buy it and then turn the IP into, like, a movie franchise or something like that. In terms of, like, making the game good, another game company taking over, or just spinning off D&D into an independent company, like, those would probably be really good for the game, but I have no idea if any of that's even remotely possible.